Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben, there's a suspiciously large number of bottles of bourbon on the bar.
It's a quaint amount of bottles of bourbon considering, you know.
Well, I guess, relatively.
It's a flight.
Speaking. It is a flight.
So
what are we doing here?
We previewed this on our live stream.
Oh, okay.
That we were going to start doing like a new kind of show. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take the place of a review here and there. It's not going to be on a new night or anything, but on a random Monday or Thursday here, we're going to do something called Proof Points, where we're going to take a few bourbons, 4 to 6 or whatever, of equal proof points, and we're going to mix them up and do a blind taste test of them.
Okay.
See which one we like best.
Okay.
Just for the fun of, kind of exploring different bourbons at different proof points.
And the points don't matter, and everything's made up. However,
sure.
Whoever wins this for me, and whoever wins for you, is we may pick different ones. Mm-hmm. At the end, we're going to bring them all back, and we're going to do some sort of mashup, and there'll be an 80, we're going to do an 86 proof, a 90 proof, maybe a mid-90s. 100 proof, there'll probably be several flights because we happen to have a lot.
Yeah, and then we'll maybe get up to that 115 proof, and then we'll get up to this. So we're gonna do a bunch of these videos, and they'll kind of be peppered in throughout the next handful of months or whatever.
Okay.
So this is the first one, this is 80 proof. So we have Henry McKenna, the basic.
And you just bought this today, we've never had it.
Yeah, neither one of us have ever had it.
Right.
Greg's beloved Basil Hayden's.
I like it, but I acknowledge there is a problem with this bourbon, and I'm sure.
And beloved is a strong word.
I like it, but yeah, I'm sure price will come up.
Right, and then we've got Gentleman Jack and Ancient Age. So all 80. We did verify that this is 80 proof, right? Okay.
I hope so.
Yeah, it is. That would have been embarrassing. So these are all different distilleries, and I know we're missing some of the common Jim Beam White Label, but that's for a different video.
And we didn't own some of those.
And and we wanted to do actually some maybe different, these are all available, but maybe they're not the most common ones that you find at every bar and stuff like that.
Or every bourbon review video.
Yep. And so they range in price as well. This, I think this runs like $12 normally, maybe $23, maybe in the 30s, and in the 40 to 45.
Right.
So these have been mixed up independently, so whenever I'm drinking the first one, Greg's gonna be drinking his.
So I'm gonna start here, but I may be drinking this, he may be drinking this. Who knows?
Yep. So we don't want to influence each other's taste. So I think maybe we'll leave the camera recording as we have done in past flights.
But maybe then fast forward kind of through the tasting that gets a little bit dry. And so we're gonna go back and forth and compare each one, and eventually I'm gonna pick a winner, you're gonna pick a winner.
I think you should maybe pick like the loser to winner.
Well, score them.
Worst to first.
That's the way to do it.
All right, well, let's get into the tasting here. And then, if anything amazing happens, we'll let you know.
Okay, we decided to jump in here in a minute and just admit 80 proofers are hard.
Yeah.
One of the weaknesses of an 80 proof bourbon is it's a really good bourbon at a high proof point and they dump a lot of water in. That lowers the proof point, but also lowers the flavor. And so that's one of the reasons why once you become a whiskey geek, sometimes you lean toward the higher proofers because there's more flavor. And so this is actually a really hard flight to really pick out the nuance in some of these bourbons. And what I'm finding, I did a first through fourth. There's a pretty obvious first place. Second place is pretty obvious. Third and fourth are kind of like a toss-up. One has a little bit better nose. But I will say at this point, because we know the price, and this guy is really expensive, there is not an obvious winner that is way out in front.
Right.
So.
And if you were just watching me drink these, I have been drinking water between all of them. Now I'm not drinking water, and I'm kind of comparing other ones, so I'm not drinking them all in the same order. So we're gonna fast forward here for a second and come back as soon as I can pick between these two.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. We've got our picks. I will say right off the bat, Basil Hayden's damn well better win this flight.
You would like to think so.
Like you were just saying,
it's twice the price.
You're doing this flight and it's like, I mean,
it's older, and I'm guessing I'm hoping that's what I picked up on. Is there's one that kind of drinks like it's a bit older.
yeah. I mean, in this case, I am rooting for Basil Hayden's just to somewhat justify the price of it, which is still not justified, but.
Yeah.
So did you have a clear loser, like right off the bat?
So I get pear on the nose of one.
Pear?
Pear.
Okay.
And which I get on scotches sometimes, single malts. Not so often on bourbons. And
Yeah.
it felt weak, and the taste of it was really weak. So this is my weak one. I don't know what it is. If you can.
That there is Ancient Age.
Yeah, I was worried that Ancient Age was just not going to do well for me, and I don't.
Young watered down Blanton's Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 2.
Exactly.
So this was my clear loser right off the bat. This one was the one that I liked the least. It had a little bit of a funk to it, but it's just weaker overall.
Yep.
These other ones just all seem to kind of have at least a little bit of a nice kind of brown sugary and caramel,
Yep.
basic bourbon flavors. Whereas this one kind of had a little tiny bit of a sour note to it. So what are we rocking there?
Same. I think that says AA.
Yeah, shocking. Because I got to tell you,
So this is what, 3 years? Watered down Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 2? 1. 2. 2.
I'm kind of shocked by that because I thought maybe the slightly higher rye content would help. It certainly helps over Benchmark. I would definitely pick this over Benchmark.
Yeah.
But I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest, because we've never had the Henry McKenna.
We've never
before,
had,
right?
yeah, and so I'm no idea where this is going to land. But okay, now before we reveal anything else, do you have a guess where? What's next? What's your guess?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Okay.
I legitimately have no clue.
I really think for me, my guess I'll put it out there is 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So the reason I don't have a clue is because
very similar. I think they are.
There's a lot of similarities. I think if you know what you're drinking and drink them next to each other, you might be able to pick out the Gentleman Jack. I feel like I could maybe pick this one out, but I can't remember where I put that one. So that's why I can't hazard a guess. All right, what's your second to the last?
So this is my third place.
Henry McKenna.
Wow.
I suppose we could just look at our own glasses, but that's not as fun.
Well, you
We
really
need to have all the
yeah.
pomp and circumstance.
That's right, Henry McKenna.
Are you finishing yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I left a little bit in all my glasses.
Well, luckily we have
all know
a
why.
resupply, but
It's true.
there's no reason to blend these. That's just obscene.
Well, then it's,
That's what you do.
yeah, you're upping the proof by blending 80 proof times 4,
320.
All right,
That
so
would be a new record.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. What's your third place?
so third place, what do we got?
G? No. What's G at? Oh, Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
this is your third place.
Yep.
Wow.
So I am rocking either Henry McKenna or Basil Hayden for number 2 here.
Wow. Okay. So I'm moving on to my second place.
If a $15 bottle beats Basil Hayden's in this, that's just going to be ridiculous.
It will be ridiculous.
And actually, this is like $11 at normal liquor stores.
Yeah.
All right, so second runner-up.
This is the runner-up.
Gentleman Jack, your winner is Basil Hayden's.
Wow. Congratulations.
All right, so all of you that make fun of Greg and his love of Basil Hayden's, I feel like you're at least vindicated in the sense that...
At least I selected it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so... And it's, truth be told, Craig's not like a Basil Hayden's fanboy. You just don't hate it the way
I think it's
everybody
a
else
quality bourbon.
It's just well overpriced.
It's overpriced and a little too watered down.
does. Yep.
And they're doing interesting things at Basil Hayden and Jim Beam.
You know what'd be
I wish
interesting
they would
is
do
taking
some of
some
those
water out.
interesting things on some of their other bourbons.
Yeah.
Like the toasted and the subtle smoke.
Yeah, we talked about that. Do it on the
that on
Knob
Knob
Creek.
Creek.
Yeah, sure.
be
All right,
awesome.
what am I rocking for the runner-up?
HM?
Henry McKenna. All right, so we both picked Basil Hayden's as our winner.
True. Well, at least the most expensive one came out first place.
Yeah,
And
I feel
in a
pretty
blind
good
flight.
about that.
Yeah.
I gotta taste this Henry McKenna on its own again because we've never had this before. And
So that was my third, and I drank most of it. So I felt like there was an obvious fourth place, and the other three were on a much more level playing field. So this wasn't bad.
you do get the extra age on the Basil Hayden's for sure.
Definitely.
So, well, I'm glad that we both. Did I leave enough to blend? Not really.
You can always make more.
Yeah, I'm gonna make more. Just because I feel like we have to do this, and there's enough of that other.
Well, now I'm feeling obligated.
So we both had Gentleman Jack as the.
Well, I put it second, you put it third.
Oh, I put Henry McKenna second. I feel pretty good about that, actually.
Yeah, that's enough of that one. I'm actually gonna cheat and do a deviation from the Benny Walker special.
Okay.
I'm not gonna add any Ancient Age. Fourth place doesn't deserve anything in my glass.
Maybe that's the thing. The third place doesn't get included in the blend.
No, the fourth place.
Or the fourth place, I mean, yeah. That's like the shame. We put that out here to be publicly shamed.
Yeah.
There we go. Fourth place. You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
All right, now we gotta blend them. So now it's only 240 proof.
Not bad.
Breathe fire.
I mean, it's still weak, even at 240 proof.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice. You got some toasted almond. Definitely caramely. A little bit of like oak.
I'd like to see this at a little higher proof.
To be honest, at 300 proof, it'd
We
be
should make
nicer.
t-shirts that say that on it. I'd like to see this at a higher proof.
Sorry, sir, here at McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like an 80 proof basic bourbon.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, as much as I make fun of Basil Hayden's for being overpriced, I am glad that it won, because then at least it's not... It would have been very embarrassing if it would have came in fourth place
Fourth
for
place,
the rest.
yeah.
So it was the winner for both of us, but as we said, it's not triple the price or double the price.
Okay, no, we don't know that.
Better.
So we're gonna do a flight. Eventually we'll get to the 86 proofers. And then we'll do like a 90 and maybe mid 90s. Then we'll bring it back and we'll do the winner of the 80 versus the winner of the 86 versus the 90.
Sure.
And when this beats your 100 proofer,
All right, them's fighting words.
that's unlikely. to be
Yeah,
honest.
highly unlikely.
Considering I have a favorite to 86 that I know beats this.
Which one's that?
Oh, probably a lot, to be honest with you.
Right, yeah. So, well, this has been interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked that the Ancient Age came in last, to be perfectly honest. Because, not that it's a great bourbon by any stretch of the imagination.
It's mediocre, it's bottom shelf, but we didn't know about this. This is a wild card because we never had it.
Yeah, I thought
and it
that was
was-
going to be the one that was just having never had it before and,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, so this is, okay, so we've got our winners and losers here. So like Greg said, we'll take the winner of this, we'll set it aside, and then we'll do maybe some head-to-heads with like maybe 3 different proof points. Maybe
There we
from
go.
80 to 90, just to keep it fair.
Yeah,
You're going to put
'cause
this up against a
112 or
100 proof
something,
or something
yeah.
like that, yeah. So, all right, well, this has been some, I don't know, proof point flight on the bourbon note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Thanks for watching. Share this video with a friend or an enemy. Cheers.